of you. The Denver DA can, if he or she chooses, be a very influential voice on statewide issues, things that are really outside of your control in your office. What is one such issue, a statewide issue, that you would lead on?
I would absolutely lead on the continued effort to make sure that our gun crime laws are effective and are strong enough to enable us to actually get guns off the street and to deal with people who are actually involved in violence with guns. I've spent a lifetime working on that issue. I responded as U.S. Attorney to the scene at the Aurora Theater shooting. It's something that I've seen up close and personal. It is a crisis that we're facing in this country. I believe passionately in it. I was testified in favor of the so-called red flag law back in 2019 that was enacted here. And I also testified back in D.C. in support of President Obama's gun violence package, after Aurora. These are things that I think we need to get our arms around, and I'm committed to doing.
Two quick questions then about your initial inclination on various things. If there's not going to be a national ban on bump stocks, should Colorado ban them?
I think the answer is absolutely yes.
Okay. How about so-called assault weapons? There's been growing momentum amongst Democrats at the Capitol. The governor's not on board with it. It hasn't gotten across the finish line. Thoughts?
So I think we need to be thoughtful about the so-called assault weapons, and I know this from my federal experience. Defining what an assault weapon is actually a really difficult question. I think what we need to focus in on is preventing the sales of weapons that are sort of military-grade weapons that can cause incredible harm. At Aurora, all except one of the fatalities in that shooting were caused by the AR-15 in that weapon. The other weapons that were used in that did not kill anyone. So it's crucial for us to recognize that those weapons are of a different character, but we need to be careful about how we define them, and we need to be careful about making that a forward-looking solution, not something that is taking away guns that people already have.
Thank you. Leora Joseph, a statewide issue that you would look to lead on, even if it's outside your control.
Yeah, I think the number one issue that I would take on a legislative priority is bond reform. This is a critical issue that affects justice every day. We need a way that we can hold people accountable in jail before their trial, but we can't criminalize people for low bank accounts. We can't punish people differently because of socioeconomic factors. We need to look at ways that like Illinois and New Jersey are piloting new laws, and I think this is a key piece. I got a call from a friend whose a relative was murdered in a domestic violence incident right in front of the house in the middle of the day. And the defendant was found with $1 million cash in his backpack and passports. This person was bond eligible, even though he committed a first-degree murder in front of the children. We've got to find a way to hold people accountable when they commit violent crimes, repeat offenders, but we also cannot penalize bank accounts. That's not fair.
You do hear talk at the legislature about the idea of eliminating cash bail. Thoughts?
I think we need to figure out other ways. I think we need to look at ways that you can detain or release, a catch or release system. I think we also need to look at home confinement. I think we need to look at GPS. I think everything needs to be on the table.
Leora Joseph, John Walsh, I thank you both for your time and for this discussion today.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.